Hey guys, this is Austin.
I don't know how to do an intro. Today we're going to be learning how to pick PC parts. A few things you need to know beforehand is 1, your budget. Knowing your budget gives you a rough outline of which parts to grab and which parts to save your money on. 2 is your use case. If you're just going to be word processing, well, there's no need for you to buy a graphics card. But if you're on this channel, I highly doubt that's going to be the situation. And most of you are gamers. So we're going to build a gaming PC. And lastly, since we're gaming, what resolution we're going to be playing on. For this build, I've parted out a $700 PC for gaming at 1080p. At the time of filming, parts are a little bit scarce and they're a little bit at a higher price, like our power supply, which I'll get into a little bit later. However, in this video, I'll also show you a few resources that'll help you save money on a few parts and pick which parts are the right ones for you. With that being said, let's just jump right into it. Alright, so we're here at PC Part Picker, where it's essentially the universal website to part out PCs. They have, they connect to almost every major retailer in the US and I believe in the world. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. But yeah, they have Amazon, Newegg, Best Buy, even BH Photo Video. So we're gonna go with our system build, and as you can see, I already parted out everything. Hey guys, Future Christian here. Just wanted to make a quick update to the video. You're gonna see a difference in RAM that I chose here. I found a better deal when I was browsing for RAM, when I was talking about RAM actually in the video, and yeah, I went ahead and gotten that one instead. It's the G-Skill Ripjaws 5, I think. So yeah, just so you guys don't get surprised when you guys see the RAM change and the total of the build change. Totals $69.99.92. That's before taxes, so you're gonna have to pay tax depending on where you live. At the time of filming, the 3300X hasn't come out yet, but that's gonna be in a few days. It is priced at $120 on release, but in the future that's gonna go down. AMD is known for going on sales pretty frequently. Like, you can find the 3950X for around $690 nowadays, I believe. But I digress. It's a 4-core, 8-thread CPU, really fast. It's essentially a 7700K, which goes about. We can do a quick search right now for a 7700K. These are the bids, so I'm just gonna show you by now. So a 7700K still goes for $340 plus shipping, $340, $350, yeah, right around there. And like it just doesn't make sense. It's outdated. It's on a dead platform. Also, at the top of my head, I don't know if there is an equivalent for the 7700K for the 8th and 9th generation Intel CPUs, but regardless, it's a $100 CPU that performs like a 7700K that's worth $340 used. Even though it's not worth that, like, this is brand new. It's on a really good platform, like the B450. AMD just announced at the time of filming this, AMD just announced that the B450 and the X470 are going to support Ryzen 4000 CPU. So going with the 3300X just to put your foot on the door is a really good decision, and I'm gonna go with it for $120. Hey guys, Future Christian here. I just wanted to say that if you are able to get the Ryzen 5 1600 AF for $85, what it's supposed to retail at, I would go with that over the 3300X. So they do perform similarly. Plus with the price difference, you can spend the $35 elsewhere, like let's say on a better GPU or on more storage. And yeah, I just forgot to say that and just wanted to let you guys know. See ya. Now for the motherboard, I went with the MSI B450 Tomahawk Max. The Tomahawk Max is gonna have the Ryzen 3000 ready BIOS on it, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but B450, it's a good solid option. It'll give you quite a few more years actually, since if rumors are true and the Ryzen 4000 series releases this year, you should still be able to upgrade your CPUs down the line in the future. The way AMD does their upgrade path is so amazing. It's such great value. Like, you can't put a price on that. Like, one of the issues why I usually don't recommend Intel when it comes to budget builds, because if they have an 8600 and a B360 motherboard and they want to upgrade to a 9900K, they would obviously have to move up to a Z390. It's just crazy that AMD does this. Like, it's crazy. Like, they could not do it like easily, but they still do it. For the memory, I went with the G.Skill Ripjaws 5 16 gig 2x8 DDR4 3600. They are red, so they're not really how do you say aesthetic neutral. I don't have a word for it, but they're $69.99, $70 on Newegg. No frills, just performance over style. You get 3600 memory for $70. Remember when these used to cost like 180? Jesus. It's just one of the things that you save on, because like I believe if you want RGB, it's gonna cost you a little bit more. If I recall correctly, the Trident Z's are like $94. I mean, yeah, you can find the Team Force ones for $79.99. The Gale Super Loose, it's $78. If you really want the RGB ones, you have Oloy Warhawks, although I've never dealt with Oloy yet. For storage, I went with the WD Blue 500 gig SSD. Now, I believe the 500 gig is more than enough for gaming if you don't mind having to offload some of the games that you don't play. Now, if you're the type of gamer that just wants all of his games on his hard drive the whole time, you can always grab a 240 gig SSD and just have a 1 terabyte mechanical drive as your storage drive. But I went with the 500 gig SSD just to have everything on there. Load times are going to be quite faster compared to when it's on a mechanical hard drive, if you care about that. Also, this has DRAM, which is cool because DRAM does improve the lifespan of your SSD. Also, better write speeds on that. And also, they're almost identical price with the DRAM-less ones, so might as well just get the better one, right? Now for the video card, I went with the Gigabyte GeForce GTX 1650 Super. It's a 4 gig card, the WindForce edition, $159.99. The video card, we're going to be playing at 1080p. So grabbing a 1650 Super at 160 is really good. It performs almost as well as the 1066 gig. It performs as good as a 1066 gig RX 580 GTX 980, so you have an inkling of where it's at. So basically, for esports titles, you're basically going to be running everything on high at 1080p for your esports titles. So you should be able to easily get 60 FPS out of those games. Should also be able to handle any AAA title that you throw at it, and at $160, you really can't beat that. And I'll show you how you might be able to save a little bit more money on the video card actually. For the case, I went with the NZXT H510. It's their ATX case. It is $69.99. Can't really complain now. It has almost all of the creature comforts that you typically want on your case, like tempered glass, good airflow, power supply shroud, cutouts for your cable management, and really good design, to be honest. And our power supply, this is one of the parts where it's a little bit harder to shop for, because power supplies lately have gone up in prices. I went with the Corsair CX M650. It's semi-modular, 80 plus bronze certified, for $95, and those things used to be around $60. They're really expensive nowadays. You have the Corsair CV. These are their really cheap really cheap. These are supposed to be the really cheap budget power supplies from Corsair, but like if you look at like from March 8th, they used to be $40 in Newegg. All of a sudden they're $73 now. If you can find a good deal on power supply, just go for it. I wouldn't recommend this at this price, honestly. I would recommend the power supply, but I wouldn't recommend the price point. So that's the build. So you're looking at $64.93. One of the places that you can go on to see where you can save is a subreddit called Build a PC Sales. These guys are amazing. They post almost all kinds of deals, from monitors, headphones, basically peripherals, computer parts. a Pi Zero starter kit. As you can see, posted a few minutes ago. You can see a GPU, an RX 5700 XT is going for $389.99 right now. If you want a 3990X, you can buy it for $3,500 if you want. So yeah, this is a really good resource. This is my go-to subreddit whenever I'm trying to look for a sale. You can see the 1 terabyte is actually, the WD Blue 1 terabyte is actually on sale right now for $107 with a code. And this is just one of the best resources to have when you're shopping for PC parts. It allowed me to save quite a lot of money when I build for friends. I just look on here, tell them which parts to buy, and then just go from there. But yeah, that's it for this video. Hopefully I can build this PC soon and see how it performs. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. Click that like button, subscribe if you want more content like this. Let me know in the comments below what other resources you guys use for saving a few dollars on PC builds, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.